Okay, we're starting up here. I hope everyone can see me and hear me. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. I am Robin Shaw, and I'm a Canadian teacher, and I do live streams almost every day. But not every day. Sometimes I take a break. Uh, you might not know, but the location of my live stream has changed. I moved everything from one room to another room. So actually, this is a new location for my live stream, although it probably looks the same. And I gotta fix it. And today, I'm wearing a very special shirt. Does anybody know this shirt? It was in one of my first videos actually I started making videos 2012. So this was one of the shirts I wore in, I don't know, remember which video in 2012. And good news, it's too big for me. So I guess I lost a lot of weight since 2012. All right, I'm going to see who's in the chat room. Pretty Cat, Layla. Hello. Jenaboo, hello. Lily. Layla is always... Layla, Diallo, and you guys are always so early. Andre Magna's back. Magna, you're pretty regular. Good to see that. You're always coming, Magna. Grace, new location. What do you mean? I changed the room. I was in one room and I changed to the other room. Pretty Cat, my internet is so weak. I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, I saw this shirt in old videos. Excuse me. Maudie. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Lolly. Hello, Ziad's here. Prakar. All right. It's a good shirt. I haven't worn it in probably 5 years. And Amar Limbu. Hello from Nepal. I've been to Nepal. I went to Nepal last year, 2018, summer. Wow, that's a great country. Very beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. Oh, you live in a 2-room and you moved your stuff to another room. Yes, because I had the new teacher come in today. I didn't do a live stream with her, but she came in. We filmed 2 videos. So I had to use the other room for filming videos. Thagu, hello. Oh, Catherine's going home. 10:30. You finished late work. You finished work very late. Hello, Florin. All right, you guys know the deal here. We should be asking questions. English questions or questions about anything. I will answer anything. Your life problems. Magna, I have a question. Could you please tell me the main difference between kind of and type of? What kind of sport do you play? What type of sport do you play? Well, a lot of the time, kind of and type of mean the same thing. And the sentences you use, what kind of sport do you play? What type of sport do you play? It means the same thing. But in other situations, kind of and type of might not mean the same thing. I can't think of them right now, but pretty much they mean the same thing. How was your day, Robin? Very busy. So busy. You cannot imagine how hard it is to film English videos. Sleepwalkers here. And Mahdi's talking about Ramadan. Andre Robin, is it true that you received less than 50% of Super Chat's donation? I think YouTube takes 30%. I don't get enough super chat donation to notice. The super chat is that S dollar sign. Yeah, so YouTube, I think they get 30%. I prefer PayPal. That's the best. Florin, does to foot the bill tell you something? That's an idiom. Can you use it in a sentence, Florin? I will foot the bill. You will pay the bill. That's an idiom. So if you're at the restaurant with your friend and you say, I will foot the bill, that's an idiom to mean I will pay the bill. I will pay the check. I don't use that idiom. I'm not sure where you got that, but I know it, and now everyone knows it. Win. Hello. Carrie, you're going to do your live streams every day in the future? No, not every day in the future. My goal is to get better teachers here, better than me. I'm working on it. It's not easy because the main problem is my house is far away from people. So people don't want to come here to do live stream. Grace, do you write own script for all videos? Grace, every single video on my channel was written by me. All content from all teachers was written by me. No teacher wrote any script. All content is written by me. Even on Esther's grammar lessons, I write it all. Layla, when I have a strong pain in my head, could I say I have a migraine? Yes. Migraine is a headache, but when we say I have a migraine, that means a really, really strong, powerful headache. Grace, what is super chat donation? In the chat room, that's S. I think you donated super chat once, Grace. One moment. One moment, please. I'm just checking something. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Ooh. Ooh. You guys don't know what I'm looking at, but it is interesting. Now, actually, I'm looking at my old video. All right, what's going on? Magna, difference between though and although. I went to the party yesterday, though I was tired. I would put although I was tired. I would put number 2, although. And I taught that before in a previous lesson. There's the link. You can go watch me. I have a beard at that time. If you guys remember, I used to have a beard. Okay, let's take a look. Florin. Okay. Florin, I got from German A2 course as a translation. I'm not sure what you mean. I got from German A2 course as a translation. What are you trying to say, Florin? Oh, the idiom. Ah, okay, the idiom. I pay the bill. Layla, why did you and the new teacher do a live stream this morning? No time. We were so busy filming the video. There was just no time. We didn't even have time to finish the videos. Rohan, hello. Thank you, Irving. Thank you for your kind words. Irving Ballesteros. Andre, she's gone. Where's she gone? Please tell me the meaning of S is and SS. Well, you know the meaning. Sometimes she's is a contraction. Oh, so yeah, the she's can be a contraction of she is or she has for speaking. We don't want to write that. The contraction with she has. So she's gone. Yeah, I would need more information about like what's happening before, what's happening after she's gone. Because that could mean many things. If you said she is gone, that could mean she died. She has gone. Well, she left the house. There can be many things. So, Andre, I don't know what you mean. She's gone. I'd prefer more information, but I'll just tell you, she is gone. Okay, you're just stating the fact she is gone, and then she has gone. You're just telling me past tense that she left. She went home. I lost my voice for a moment. Lalila, is Go Dutch only for the restaurant? No, I think, let's go Dutch. I think well, most of the time it's at the restaurant. It can be used at the coffee shop, or maybe you're going to the amusement park. You can use it many places. Grace, I was shopping to buy new glasses when my husband watched a movie in the theater at the same building today. Is it a right sentence? Well, right away, I would say to you, this sentence is too long. We don't want to write such long sentences. So I was shopping to buy new glasses, because the longer the sentence, the more possibility for confusion and errors. So if you wrote this in my writing class, I would say, Grace, let's try not to write such big long sentences. But anyway, I'll see if I can help you. I was shopping to buy new glasses. Instead of when, I would use while. So I was shopping to buy new glasses while my husband watched a movie in the theater at the same building today. Well, at the mall today. You'd say at the mall today. Yeah. So I would use a while, and the while could mean the same time. All right. Thank you, Leila. Jose Vieira. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Robin, what's the difference for instance, for example? Well, I think for example is more common and I think more formal. But for speaking, a lot of people might say for instance, and they mean the same thing. They mean the same thing. But from my knowledge, for example is better if you're writing an essay or something. And for instance is more of a spoken term. They mean the same thing. Florin, Robin, did you watch the Trailer Park Boys? All right. You made me smile, Florin. The Trailer Park Boys is a Canadian comedy show, TV show, Yes, I watch the Trailer Park Boys because I'm Canadian, so I really love the Trailer Park Boys. Uh, so yeah, how do you know about the Trailer Park Boys, Florin? That's such a Canadian, not many people know about Canadian TV shows because there's not many Canadian TV shows. But yes, I know the Trailer Park Boys. Andre, yes. Well, remember, guys, any support is welcome. This channel is still new. It's still struggling. I'm trying to keep it alive and get new teachers, but certainly if you support, that's an easier task for me. So you can help by donation, support me with my coffee or some meal. This was, I'm so busy today. This was today's meal, just noodles. Maybe Grace will say something. But I'll support. Also, like, comment, share, tell people to come ask questions. I like to see new people in the chat all the time. I like the old people, or not the old people, but the regular visitors or the regular students. I like them too. Grace, I think I have a language acquisition device in my brain because when I'm reading a book, even though I don't know the meaning, sometimes I feel it would. Well, yeah, this is reading, Grace. Remember, there is a big difference between grammar knowledge and grammar sense. In Korea, they really teach grammar knowledge. All students should understand the technical parts of grammar. Where is the subject? Where's the object? What's happening exactly grammatically? Grammar sense is when you read something and someone asks you, what does that mean? And you say, well, I understand what it means, but I can't break it down grammatically. Grammar sense is the only way to become fluent. There is no person who can become fluent in English with grammar knowledge. You could be perfect with your grammar knowledge, but that will never make you fluent. The only way is grammar sense, and the best thing to build your grammar sense is reading. Reading more, reading. Your grammar sense will develop. So good for you, Grace, if you feel that you are acquiring English instead of studying English. Tenu, hey, Robin. Hey, Tenu Rajput. Welcome. Pretty Cat, what's the difference between be plus to and supposed to? The film is to start soon. I am supposed to join with a new English group. I am supposed to. That is some plan. So I don't know why you have the film is to start soon. You could say the film is supposed to. There is some plan for it should start soon. All right, so I would say supposed to is like should. I'm not sure what's the difference. So if you said the film is to start soon, I think the confusion. You should have used the same. You should have used the same example. The film. The film is to start soon, and the film is supposed to start soon. That would be a better example for your question. And what's the difference? The film is to start soon. The film is supposed to start soon. I think the first state, they mean the same thing. They mean the same thing, but you want to know exactly what's the difference. The first one, you're just kind of stating a fact. And the second one is more of the obligation that the film it will start soon. It's hard to explain. So Let's use your second one. I'm supposed to start a new English group soon. So if you said I'm to start a new English group soon, you're just telling the fact. But if you say I'm supposed to join with a new English group soon, that is something that should happen in the future. Again, they mean the same thing. So I'm not sure what's confusing you. Guys, because you can use different grammar. There's lots of grammar. This sentence has one grammar. This sentence has another grammar, but they mean the same thing. It's just a different way to express that. And Madi, do you like watching movies? Sure. So Madi, you're trying to ask a question. Thank you for asking the question. But let's fix up your question. We should put like watching, and you put moves. We need movies. And then very important, Madi, with a question, we always need, excuse me, that's my noodles. We always need the question mark. Jessica. Robin, your accent is similar to an American accent. Sometimes it's difficult to know if it's an American or Canadian accent, at least for a foreign person. Why does it matter if it's an American or Canadian accent, Jessica? Why is that so important? To me, accent is never important. When I go talk to someone in English and they have an accent, I don't care. I never care if they're British, American, or lots of times I don't know where their accent is from. I don't ask them because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All of you have to be familiar with different accents. Most of the people you talk to in English will not have an American or Canadian accent. Most of the people you talk to are speaking international English. Accent doesn't matter, guys. Never matters. You should never even try to get an American or British accent unless you're living in those countries. All right, you guys got a lot of questions. I'll try to, I'm behind. Layla, our Robin owned his car, so he sadly handed over. Hand over, does it mean the act of giving something? Yeah, hand over. Yep. Well, handover is a phrasal verb. It can have many meanings, but in this case, handover means giving something. In another sentence, it could have a different meaning. Davika from Sri Lanka. Andre, she is gone, she is gone. I found is means state, yeah. The fact, she is gone, but has means she is there in the place where she went. She has means that she is there in the. Well, you would say, let's make your sentence is not good. That's the problem. You need more information. As I said before, we need more information of what is going on, Andre. So thanks for your sentence, but all of you, give me longer sentences with information, and then it's really super easy for me to help. So I'm gonna fix your sentence. We wouldn't really say she has gone. We would say where she went. So I would say she has gone home. It's talking about the past. She is gone. I'm just stating the fact. She has gone home means in the past she went home. Glidson, hello. Pretty cat. Sir, is there any difference between these? You can win the race provided that you run fast, and I will help him if he needs I don't understand the question, pretty cat. Is there any difference between these? You can win the race provided you run fast, and I will help him if he needs help. You don't need to help if he needs help. I'm not sure what you're trying to ask. What's the difference between what? Because the sentences are very different. Sorry, pretty cat, you got to clear that up, and then I'll help you. Grace, where was I going to put all these books? Past, progressive. What does it mean? Did I found the place where I couldn't find it? Well, if you got that from a book, I would probably ask you what was the sentence before, what was the sentence after. More information. At the time, that person was thinking at the time, where was I going to put all these books? And then what happened next? I don't know. So at that specific time in the past, they don't know where they're going to put the books. They didn't find the place yet. Oh, Flora knows it from Netflix. I wouldn't recommend the Trailer Park Boys unless you like that kind of humor. Pretty cat, if and provided. Oh, that's the difference. Let's go back. No. What's the difference between if and provided? They're very different expressions. Your sentences are correct. So if you're trying to use provided, that's okay. And if you're trying to use if, that's okay. Julian, Ricky, and Bubbles. My favorite character is Bubbles. 10 minutes behind. Sorry, guys. Robin often uses public transportation or public transport to go to the university. There is no public transportation in my country. I use public transportation, but I think public transport is okay too. I think they have the same meaning. I would say yes, they would have the same meaning. Jose, thank you. Jenabu, are you in the airport? Are you at the airport? Which one is correct? Both are correct. Because at can be at the place and in is inside the building. Both can be correct. So in is more focused on inside the building. Rohan, is there any difference between the difference being that and the difference is? Give me 2 example sentences and I will help you. Overwhelming from Magna. Overwhelming. Layla, you didn't eat food enough. Aren't you afraid about your health? Aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm healthy. Yes, I bought the cup noodles near my house. Florin, I have grammar knowledge when it comes to German language, and speaking is way slower than when I speak English. Florin, grammar knowledge is good, but you can't be fluent with all that knowledge. There's, in Korea here, there's lots of English teachers with grammar knowledge that is beyond me. I'm not a grammar teacher, right? So asking me grammar questions, most of the time I got to check or I got to think about it. But Korean teachers, they really have great grammar knowledge, but they can't speak English. They can't speak. I've met so many teachers with perfect score on the TOEIC test. The perfect score on the TOEIC test, I believe, is a 990 score. And I met TOEIC teachers who've got 990. they can't have a conversation. They can't speak English. So grammar knowledge helps you to become a teacher. Grammar sense helps you to speak English. Yeah, Rohan, you got to bring in example sentences. Jose, I understand almost everything in your conversation. Good, but I have difficulty in my conversation. Jose, you got to practice. You got to practice. What do you want to change of yourself? Okay, good question, Carrie. We would say, what do you want to change about yourself? That's an interesting question. If I could change something about myself, what would I change? I wish I wasn't camera shy. I know that's strange because I'm doing a live stream. So camera shy means, you're scared of the camera, taking pictures or video camera. Taking pictures, I'm okay, but the video camera, when I try to make videos on the live stream, or not the live stream, but real videos that are recorded, I'm so shy. Here, it's a little bit easier, but if I could change, so that would require me to be a little bit more outgoing and confident, and I'm not so outgoing and confident when I'm making videos. Layla, if I were can, you can't use were can. Verb. If I could, you want to use could. If I could join the new group, could I stay in the first group? So Layla's asking about WhatsApp. Today I started a new group. Layla, that group, I'm starting to make groups. This is what I'm doing on WhatsApp. You guys can join WhatsApp. I'll put the link if you don't know. I think most of you are in my WhatsApp groups. I'll put the link here. I am creating new groups, but I do not manage those groups. All right, so they're not my groups. Oh, that's the air conditioner. In the new room, there's the air conditioner. So I'm creating new WhatsApp groups, but I do not manage those groups. So those groups are not protected. My groups are protected. If someone does anything bad, I kick them out. But these new groups, I am just offering for other people. I don't want to be involved because I can't deal with day-to-day problems of those groups. So if anyone joins those groups, that's up to you. But the new group I joined is a very serious study, advanced group. It's called advanced. So if you think you're advanced and you want to, I think it's mainly for people who have the desire to study abroad. So if you really have a plan to go abroad, and it's not a wish. I mean, these people should have a plan to go abroad and, change their life. English can change their life, not as a hobby. So, Layla, I don't know if that's you. Are you planning to go to another country? Layla, you going to live in Canada? Grace, I am supposed to, you need your be verb. I am supposed to buy the other glasses instead of them. I should have bought another pair of glasses instead of it. Are those the same meaning? No. I am supposed to buy the other glasses. I think it's better to say those. I'm supposed to buy these glasses instead of those glasses. I should have bought another pair of glasses instead of these. And that would mean the same thing. Let's get those, it would make sense. Those. Win, hello, sir. Hello, Win. When do I use by and at before time words? Okay. So by, we should be at Calais. What's Calais? Why did by use in this instance? All right. It's almost. Here, I'm gonna make your sentence a little smaller. So. And this marker is terrible. All right, so what's happening here? I must be home by 10, by 10 o'clock. I must be home by 10. I must be home at 10. This by, excuse me. You're telling a kind of deadline. So the deadline is 10 o'clock. I should be home by 10 o'clock. I should be home at 10. At 10, we use at for an event. So what event? So what am I talking about event? So by is more for the deadline. I should finish my work by 6. The deadline is 6 o'clock. All right, so this is the event, the action that finished. In this case, it's past tense. You could use future, whatever. I arrived home at 10. So you're expressing something that happened at 10. What happened at 10 o'clock? I arrived home. But I should arrive home by 10 o'clock. That's our deadline. Okay, I hope, I always have to do these answers very quick, but I hope you got it, Win. Emu, how old are you? I'm 44 years old. Saman, I lost my keys. I've lost my keys. It's the same thing, Saman. Again, different grammar, but it means the same thing. Because the native speaker will use it both ways. Technically, they're not the same, but don't worry about it. Magna, I like watching birds, or I like bird watching. You should say it's called bird watching. You could use both. I like watching birds, or I like bird watching. Both are okay. Sleepwalker, Robin, today you are in a good mood. Yeah, I guess some days I'm in a good mood, some days I'm not. Yeah, Jessica, don't worry about accent. Because Jessica, every English teacher you talk to in the world, they have things they believe in, things they don't believe in. And I think most of you know I'm not a grammar teacher. I never recommend anybody to study grammar. I always recommend reading. So I'm that kind of teacher, reading. And also, I don't like people worried about accents. That would be the number 2 thing. First thing I'm always pushing is reading, and the number 2 thing is accents. Don't worry about accents. I think it's very silly when people say, which is better, American or British accent? It doesn't matter. So don't worry, Jessica. I'm just being picky about some questions. Win, sir, what do the sudden lines mean? Look at the sudden lines around her month. I don't know. I don't know, Win. Where did you get that? That thing, I need more context. Sudden lines around her. I have no idea, Win. Sorry. Please explain me about laughing. They burst out laughing. So a burst is... So if someone is there... Ah ha ha. That's suddenly laughing. That's burst out laughing. So if I go, that's not burst out laughing. Burst out laughing would be, ha ha ha. Gleedson, in order to, want to. No, they're not the same thing. And you should bring in some example sentences if you want me to go in a little bit more detail, but they're not the same thing. Isa, hello. All right, I'm far behind. You guys have a lot of questions. Layla, Robin, I have spelling mistakes problem, although when I read anything in a book or prepare my questions, I always write them on a notebook. What do you suggest? Layla, are you spelling is important, but you just got to practice writing. Everyone in the world, their spelling is getting worse and worse because phones autocorrect. So even my spelling is getting worse and worse. So the solution is just keep practice writing words. Or write them on the computer so the computer can quickly check your spelling. He barged into my life. That's not very romantic, Grace. Barged is kind of pushed strongly. That doesn't sound romantic. She became insane before 1 year. Does insane have the same meaning of crazy? Insane means crazy, but your sentence should say she became insane 1 year ago. 1 year ago. And insane is crazy. Insane would be the formal way of crazy. I say, what does it mean? Assertive. Assertive means aggressive. You are confident and you push your desire. So in the company, women need to be more assertive. They have to push their thinking, push their view, push their opinion, be strong. Isa, are you assertive? Are you an assertive person? Pretty Cat, which one is better to use? They need create a new English group to help students to improve their English. And if we need to create, you can't have need create. You need to. Need to. Those words go together almost always. I need to. I want to. I have to. Andre. Okay. Football fans shout to football players who start in a shampoo commercial. Where's your dandruff gone? I understand. Well, what did they mean? Has. So it's past tense, has, because gone is past tense. Where has your dandruff gone? So the sentence is a past tense sentence. So I know immediately it cannot be is, because the word gone, past tense. So it has to be where has your dandruff gone? Grace, I am shy when I meet strangers for the first time in my mind. You meet strangers in your mind? Even though the stranger doesn't feel it? Even though the sentence is not correct because you got two sentences. You got to put comma, even though the stranger doesn't feel it. So I'm going to fix up your sentence here, Grace, because you are top student and a lovely person. I am shy when I meet strangers for the first time. So I'm going to add adjective. And I'm going to use the word extremely. So we want to show that you're not a little shy, that you're a lot shy. And we usually say extremely shy. So I am extremely shy when I meet strangers for the first time. We're going to cut out in my mind. Even though the stranger doesn't feel it. All right, I think I got it. Okay, that fixed it up. Oh, Kayleigh is the city's name. Kayleigh, let's take a look for Kayleigh. That's where Wynn is. Yeah, I think I saw that on Facebook. You mentioned Kayleigh. Oh, I've been to Myanmar, but I haven't been to Kayleigh. Population 400,000. Region, Sagang region, Kale district, Kale township. Wow, interesting. That's a farming town. Okay, Kayleigh. Pretty cat, Robin, if we have intermediate English level, can we join this group? Remember, it's not my group, so if you join the other group, again, we're talking about the new WhatsApp group. If you join that group, I am not managing that group, which means if the other people think you're too weak, they will kick you out. And if you send me a Robin, oh, Robin, I want to go back into the group, I don't manage that group. So you guys have to understand that if you go to that group, you got to keep up with the other people or they will kick you out. And I don't have the power. I don't want the power to decide and manage that group. I just want to make that group available. So anyone who thinks about going to the other group, WhatsApp group, you can go there, you can do your best, but if there's some problem or someone says something bad to you or they kick you out, don't come to me crying because I cannot help you. You guys, through the whiteboard, I can see the monitor and computer. Yeah, you can see that every live stream, Grace. You can see the monitor. Grace, must, have to, need to, got to. Which one is the strongest, and which one gives a smooth feeling? What does that mean? A smooth feeling. Must to and have to are the same. Need to is similar, and got to. They're all very similar. But must to and have to would probably be the strongest. Jenabu's gone. Layla, I don't plan to study abroad and my English level is low, so I can't join. Anyway, I'll stay in your group. That's better for me. Thank you, Robin. Yeah, I think that's fine. You guys don't need that other group. Just, some people are really serious. They have a plan. For example, 6 months later, I'm going to Canada to study 4 years at university. So those kind of people should join the group. Pretty cat. Sir, could you pronounce the sound think, the, there, thank, think, the, there, thank. ASMR. Hello, everyone. Think, there, thank. TH, we usually want to get our tongue out. Think. Get that tongue out. Think, there. Touching your teeth at the top. There. Poke it. Think, there, thank. Rohan, here's an example that may help you get what I'm trying to say. The only difference being that you have to do it 5 times a day versus the only difference is that... All right, so the second one I would say is more of writing. It's more formal. And the first one is speaking, but they mean the same thing. People that act in movies care about English accent. Yes, Florin. Robin, have you gotten depressed? Sure, I'm human. In my life, I've been depressed many times. I'm human. Pretty cat. Robin, we use the with some countries like the United States, and we can't say the with India. What's the reason? Well, there's only 3 main countries you want to use the with. The United States, I gotta make sure. Philippines is difficult to spell. There's other countries, but these are the 3 main ones that we're gonna put the United States, the Philippines, and the UK. So why we wouldn't say the Canada, we wouldn't say the Germany. So why are we saying the? Because of this S here. It means a collection. This is an adjective. The United States. It's a collection of states. And here, the Philippines is plural. So probably meaning there's lots of islands. So it's a collection, the Philippines. And the UK. You can't say the England, the Scotland, the Ireland. It's a collection, a group. The UK, the United Kingdom. All right. So these 3 countries, there's others. I don't know I don't know off the top of my head. There's an idiom. But these ones we should use the. It's more of a collection. Interesting question. Pretty cat. Good evening, sir. I'm from India. Hello, Serge. About 10 minutes ago. All right. So, Grace, thank you, Robin. I was extremely shy when I met you for the first time. I think you might not have realized it. Because it happened in the past. Might not have. I'm going to have realized it. I was shy too, Grace. Layla, if I study English every day, my English gets better. I tried to make a sentence use condition plus result, but I don't know if my sentence is correct. If I study English, yeah, that's right, Layla. Yeah, we have a lot of islands here in the Philippines. Oh, and the question, I caught up in the questions, or did I miss questions? I think I missed some questions. Oh, yeah. Florin, can I be in a new group? If you're serious, Florin. Florin, I want to be a man of action. All right, pretty cat. Robin, but we can use sometimes need as a model auxiliary verb. Like she needs to chat. She needs to. She needs to. She needs to chat with us to enhance her English. You still need the needs to. Layla, how do you overcome from the depression or being depressed? Well, when I was younger, I used to be more depressed. These days I'm very resilient, and there's a good word. Resilient, that means if something bad happens to me, I'm going to be depressed for a short time, and then I'm going to, if I fall down, I'm going to stand up quickly. I don't stay down very long. I'm very resilient these days. But of course, when I was younger, I was not so resilient. But, a lot of bad things happened to me, so I became resilient. I became stronger. So, Layla, are you depressed right now? And Layla, I can always talk to you if you're depressed. Send me a private message, and maybe I can help you. Robin, I'm really serious about learning English, but my social conditions don't allow me to do more. Yeah, I understand, Layla. As we talked about before, Saudi Arabia and how women are treated in Saudi Arabia is, Saudi Arabia is not so open like other countries, and women don't have power like other countries. I understand that, Layla, and but you're very lucky, Layla, because you do have YouTube and the internet to escape and talk to foreigners, talk to teachers. But I do realize that things are difficult. Maybe you're not going to get support from your friends and family about studying English. But as you know, English opens the world to you. And the more you know English, the more you can experience the world. Sir, I watched your big channel 2 weeks ago. I saw many new students on the channel. How many channels do you have? I have 3 YouTube channels, but I only make videos for 2 channels these days. Grace, I can't realize you are camera shy. Yeah, well, that's yeah. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to make Korea learning live stream or not, but if I make it, I need to speak English well. No. My advice to you, Grace, is if you make Korean learning live stream, you make 3 levels. So, for example, Monday you make a basic level, Wednesday you make an intermediate level, and then maybe you don't need an advanced level, because advanced level they don't need to study. So maybe you make 2 levels: beginning level, intermediate level. The beginning level, you can teach Korean without English. I know, I've seen it. The best Korean teachers I've experienced are those who do not use English. They just kept, they kept saying in Korean, and I learned it really quickly. So do you think it's a serious reason of improving English? No, as I said, you don't want to use English in your Korean live streams. You saw my live stream here is strictly English. I don't speak any Korean to my Korean students to help them. I don't There are a lot of people who have difficulty understanding me now, but they keep watching. They will learn. Hyungwoo's here. Hello, Hyungwoo. Special VIP, VVIP guest, Hyungwoo. What's happening with you, Hyungwoo, and your journeys in America? Hyungwoo's the luckiest guy. He's getting all these awesome experiences in America. I've never had so many experiences like him. Grace, but here is no beginner for learning ABC. Well, in the future, Grace, I will have a beginner live stream, but to start with, Grace, you just start with the middle. Not level 0, but if there's 6 levels, start with level 2. You will get the biggest audience. And Hyungwoo, Floren's asking you, have you heard the word Gesundheit in conversation after someone sneezes? Gesundheit. Yeah, Layla, I think Layla, you have 100 friends on WhatsApp, and I think every person on WhatsApp at WhatsApp in the WhatsApp groups, they know that you're a very sweet and kind person. I don't think you have any enemies, and I think everyone would try to help you if they could. And certainly I will help you. You can talk to me anytime, Layla. Hyungwoo, I brought an English question. There's an expression, I'll keep an eye on it. Why do they say an eye instead of eyes? A plural form as we have 2 eyes. Well, good question. I'll keep an eye on it. That means even I'm doing 2 activities. I'm doing 2 activities at the same time. So maybe I'm watching TV, but I'm also keeping one eye on that other event. Oops, my Pringles. So we don't want to say 2 because that's too focused. So I'm doing one thing, but I will keep an eye on it. So don't worry. Gesundheit. Hyungwoo hasn't heard it, Floren. Yigibek comes in. That makes sense. How long have you been here, Yigibek? Thank you, pretty cat. Well, we have at least 3 Koreans right now. Maybe 4, maybe 5 Koreans right now if Carrie and Catherine are still around. Excuse me. 10 minutes, Gibek. How you doing, Gibek Lee? Are you studying for your final exams? I feel full on eating noodles, Grace. So for the Koreans here, this is my preferred ramyeon, yukgaejang. With my zero cola. All right, see you. Quebec. Floren asks, Hyungwoo, can you forget Korean? I don't think anyone forgets their language. I've been in Korea 20 years, and I did not forget English. Although I forgot some expressions. You're not going to forget your native language. Hyungwoo, just to share my life living in the U.S., I recently experienced a storm chase as a part of a field trip of my meteorology class. Yeah, that sounds like an amazing experience. I did get to visit nearly 1/3 of America in the Central Plains. The best part of America. Yeah, it's amazing there in the Central Plains. Grace, I'm drinking zero Coke now too. We could have a zero Coke party. Hyungwoo, when are you coming to Korea? When's the next time you're coming to Korea? Sleepwalker, what's the weather in Korea now? I think technically it's still spring, Gibek. Technically it's still spring. Summer starts June. Around June 21st, technically. Everyone is looking for you. Can we use research? No, not in this case. Everyone is looking with their eyes. Research doesn't mean eyes. It feels like summer, but technically, when's the first day of summer? June 21st, I think, is the... June 22nd. This is the official first day of summer in the northern hemisphere, all north of the equator. It's called the summer solstice. But of course, the world is getting warmer. So in 20 years, every season is summer. Every time I am speaking English, I make mistakes, but I can understand when people speaking. Well, mistakes are okay, I understand your sentence is not perfect, but I understand what you're trying to express. Hyungwoo, I'm thinking of going back to Korea around next summer. What? Before I start a master's degree. What? What about winter vacation? That's too long away, Hyungwoo. What about your family? Hyungwoo, you gotta come back to see mom and dad. Make time, even if it's a week. You should come back to see mom and dad. One of my biggest regrets, Hyungwoo, because I came to Korea, I was away from my mom, and certainly when my mom passed away, biggest regret of my life is why didn't I go back and visit more often? So Hyungwoo, my advice to you is you make time and you come back to Korea and you visit mom and dad. Those times are precious. Yeah, Layla, the weather in Korea is very cool, but the temperature here is 43 degrees. Yes, you win, Layla. Canada gets hot. Canada, some cities get 40 degrees in the summer. In the summer, it gets hot. It's just winter is so cold, too. Florin, there are mistakes that can kill people. Yes, if you're an airline pilot. Viju, is it possible to get a work visa in Canada? Yeah, it's possible. I don't know how, but it's possible. All right, guys, I'm going to finish up in a few minutes. Get any last question? No more questions. Any last comments? Now's your time. He's got a question, of course. Skeptical. Rohan, I'm not a dictionary. You have to go to the dictionary. You check what skeptical means. Bring in a sentence, not tonight. Bring it in on Wednesday or Esther on Tuesday. Bring in that sentence and I'll answer it. Can you give your number? My phone number? Wait, I'll give you my phone number in a moment. Florin, I did not forget Korean. I am not sure if people can forget their primary language, but do agree that their accent could be deteriorated. Have you ever met anybody from Saudi Arabia? No. I succeeded to get a Canadian visitor visa, tourist visa for my mom. Yeah, that's easy. No, almost no one is rejected. Thank you, Win. You can join my WhatsApp group. That's the WhatsApp group. Will I do a live stream on Monday? No. My next live stream will be Wednesday. Esther is Tuesday. So I'll see you all. Well, I'll see you in Esther's live stream, and I'll see you Wednesday. All right, guys? I have to go because I'm getting tired. So see you in the future.